hundreds to Rogers Parks and what one Jefferson County candidate is saying about it. Plus, we're learning the identity of a man who died after being hit by a car in Port Arthur, what police tells us he was doing before the crash, and why they're asking for your help catching the suspect. And Beaumont Comic-Con takes over Dog at Ford Park all weekend long. Hear about how the event has gotten bigger and better. 12 News at 6 starts now. Well, tonight, Southeast Texans gathered for a second No Thrones, No Crowns, and No Kings protest in Beaumont at Rogers Parks. Good evening, I'm Ebony Coleman. This is just one of many that we're seeing across the country today. We'll get into that in just a moment. But first, here back at home, the Beaumont protest was hosted by Southeast Texas Impact Initiative. It lasted from 1 to 3 this afternoon, and those in attendance held signs in a response to what some are calling abuse of power by President Trump. Organizers say in America, we don't put up with would-be kings. Our peaceful movement, No Kings, is more than just a slogan. It's the foundation of our nation that was built on.
It's great for people to come together and to be able to exercise their right to speak and make their voices heard. And it brings our community together. We're not alone.
In a press release, Jefferson County Republican Party Chairman candidate Shiloh Platts had this to say about today's event. The No Kings protest does not reflect the views, values, or beliefs of the overwhelming majority of Southeast Texans. We are the party of faith, family, freedom, and law and order. To read the full statement from Platts, visit 12newsnow.com. And No Kings protests also popped up across the nation. Organizers say it's in response to what President Trump's immigration crackdown and his attempt to deploy federal troops to U.S. cities. ABC's Christiana Cordero has the latest.
In all 50 states, No Kings rallies across the country, from New York to Los Angeles and in dozens of cities in between, millions protesting against President Trump and his administration.
We want to show our support for democracy and for fighting what is right. I'm against the overreach of power. I believe in 3 branches of government.
Thousands marching through the streets of Washington who say they are just exercising their First Amendment rights. Republicans call it something else.
We call it the Hate America rally that'll happen Saturday. Let's see who shows up for that.
Many today marching against what they call abuse of power by President Trump, including his immigration crackdown and his attempts to deploy federal troops to U.S. cities.
We can't be silent with this increasing militarization of our cities, the abuse of the Justice Department, the dismantling of science, the attacks on healthcare. People need to speak out, and it's wonderful that millions around the country are speaking out today.
In New York City, the crowds in Times Square looking like those usually only seen on New Year's Eve. ABC's Andrew Dimbert was there.
And Nancy, what brings you out here today? Democracy is dying and we have to save it.
Large crowds today in Chicago, where protesters just this week tangled with federal immigration officers and Border Patrol agents. And in Los Angeles, another big rally in a city where earlier this year there were protests when National Guard troops were deployed to assist in immigration raids. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
All right, time now for a check of your weather impact forecast. Here's a live view over Port Arthur. Meteorologist Carrie Cooper in the Weather Impact Center. Carrie, we had a little rain when I first got here earlier, but are we expecting more showers? What can we expect?
Yeah, we still have another chance later tonight as a cold front works into southeast Texas around midnight to around 2 a.m. So we'll have another chance. But there were some scattered showers across the area today. Some areas had close to an inch up in Jasper. Pretty good thunderstorm up there earlier. We had some scattered lighter showers here in the Triangle, but some areas up to 1/4 of an inch. Of course, a lot of the area didn't see a drop of rain, but still have another chance overnight tonight. Right now, we have plenty of moisture still across the area, that's for sure. Most of the showers and thunderstorms you see well off to our north and northeast across northwestern Louisiana. We're running in the lower to mid 80s out there, very humid. And as we take at radar, you can see most of the rains are well to our northeast, but do expect a line of showers and storms to form north of the lakes later this evening and work on down into the lakes area. And we still certainly need the rain. Wildfire danger still in that medium to high category. It's been a little bit better thanks to the higher humidity. Speaking of humidity, tomorrow morning it'll be high, but watch it drop throughout the day. We're back to bone dry air by afternoon tomorrow, and that's going to lead to some pretty chilly temperatures by tomorrow night. We'll talk about that and the rest of your forecast a little bit later.
Well, now to an update in a crash in Port Arthur that left one man dead after police say he was hit by a car that took off. Police Chief Tim Duraso says that victim has been identified as Joseph Marsh. He says Marsh was riding a scooter along Charleston Avenue and 17th Street, that's near Motiva, yesterday when he was hit by a car. The man died at the scene after the driver took off. Police are speaking with witnesses and searching for video from the accident. Chief Duraso says the man was in his 50s. And today, family and friends gathered to lay 34-year-old Joseph Bim to rest after he was killed by two men early this month on Orange Avenue. Services took place at Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church in Beaumont at 11 this morning. Bim leaves behind his mother, his three sisters, and a 13-year-old son. That was a dramatic real-life reaction from one mother during a bus rollover simulation in Beaumont. Today, the Silsbee Fire Department and Silsbee ISD hosted the training at the middle school. District officials say a bus was rolled over onto a car at around 10 this morning. Students then got inside the bus while others got into the car. Now, firefighters and other departments practiced cutting the bus in half to get them out. Now, Harold Flatt, a firefighter and a bus driver, says training like this is crucial for safety.
The firemen, I hope we learn, to familiarize ourselves on exactly what's happening and how to deal with it. The community, I'd just like them to be aware that we're on top of it.
Firefighters also learn how to stabilize children and also the bus itself to help minimize more damage in the event of an accident. And another Oktoberfest kicked off this weekend, this time for dogs. Dogtoberfest returned to downtown Beaumont today, hosted by Beaumont Main Street. Our Total News anchor Jordan Williams emceed the event, which included competitions like Stretch Your Mutt and Puppy Kissing Booth. Organizers say the fundraiser has been happening for at least 15 years. It helps them raise money to preserve historical buildings and support investors that are working to preserve downtown.
It's a great event that was started by past executive director Tom Bell, who's retiring this year. I got big shoes to fill, but the honor really goes to him for this event.
There was also food for humans and, of course, hounds, as well as adoptions from local shelters. The Possum Day also wrapped up with live music. And the 7th annual Beaumont Comic-Con returned to Doggett Ford Park Arena this weekend. Today's doors opened up from 10 to 6 p.m. The event kicked off with an adult amateur cosplay contest, with a kids contest taking place tomorrow. And you can purchase tickets online or at the box office or even at the door the day of the show. You can also meet special guests including Vic Mangione, David Hobb, and Ming Chen. Organizers say every year the event is extremely successful.
We have more vendors. We have SWF Wrestling. They're here. It's been really good. They have been having a few matches, so it's been kind of fun that way. We have a car show, of course. Every year we've been having the car show, and it seems like it's getting bigger every year. We got more celebrities this year, so just getting bigger and better.
Tomorrow morning, doors open up at 10 a.m. and the event will last until 4 p.m. All right, ahead of tonight, Boeing has been given the green light to build more planes by the FAA, what it could mean for the airline industry. And a Texas app is now at the center of 2 lawsuits, what it could mean for users.
We're working to get more information from Beaumont Police.
Join 12 News weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m.
We bring you the latest breaking news and keep you safe when weather impacts your day.
Following the excitement with your team.
Covering local issues that matter in your community.
Watch 12 News at 6 and 10 p.m. and stream on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
No matter where we start, every mile brings us closer. And as Texans, we take care of each other along the way. We lend a hand, slow down, and take our time. At the end of the day, we all want to get home safe. Drive like a Texan kind, courteous, and safe.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
From Dallas to Houston, San Antonio to Austin, it's the news that moves all of Texas. Texas News Now. One power-packed hour with enough Texas news to fill a 10-gallon hat. Your top headlines, weather alerts, and big travel updates. No matter where you're headed, across town or across the state, we've got Texas covered. Texas News Now. Weekdays, noon. Only on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Now, Boeing now has the green light to build more 737 MAX jets. The FAA initially capped the manufacturer at 38 planes a month after a door panel blew out during an Alaskan Airlines flight in 2024. Now the agency is allowing Boeing to build 42 planes a month. However, officials say they will still continue oversight on Boeing's production lines. And a new Texas law focused on digital safety is now facing 2 federal lawsuits. The Texas App Store Accountability Act, signed by Governor Abbott, takes effect in January. It requires app stores to verify users' age and get parental consent before minors download apps. Companies that fail to do so could face action from the Attorney General's office. However, the lawsuits argue the law violates free speech and due process rights under the U.S. Constitution. All right, coming up next, more fallout surrounding the Epstein case. Here are Britain's Prince Andrew now giving up his royal title.
And showers still in the forecast overnight, especially up in the lakes area as a cold front works in later tonight. We'll have a complete forecast coming up.
As tropical activity picks up in the Gulf, 12 News is your hurricane headquarters. Get prepared before a storm hits. Watch the 12 News Hurricane Special, streaming on 12 News Plus. From the must-haves in your supply kit to the evacuation routes you'll need to take, plus safety tips and how you can protect yourself from storm scammers. The 12 News Hurricane Special, keeping you prepared. Sponsored by Entergy. We power life.
When industry news breaks, we're on the front lines, digging into the issue.
Lamar is working to protect Power City from hackers,
Filtering out rumors and giving you the facts, direct from inside sources.
ExxonMobil and lawyers for the United Steelworkers.
Taking on the story from all sides.
The company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection last year.
Southeast Texas is a power city, and we're bringing the power to you. 12 News, putting Southeast Texas first.
Can't wake up early?
Don't worry, we've got you covered with 12 News Plus. Stream the Daybreak replays all morning long or watch it on demand whenever you want.
Just search for 12 News Plus on your streaming device, add it to your channels, and start watching for free.
12 News Plus, start streaming today.
It's time to honor our local educators with the 12 News Golden Apple Awards. Once a month, 12 News will surprise an educational staff member who has gone above and beyond to make a positive impact on the lives of Southeast Texas students. Nominate your educator by going to 12newsnow.com/Golden Apple to do your part in showcasing the heroes that make a difference both inside and outside the classroom. The Golden Apple Awards every month on 12 News.
This is a tornado on the ground.
and the roads are slippery.
We have a tropical storm warning.
Look at this water.
Street flooding in Beaumont.
It is going to get extremely cold.
The metal building blew away from a business.
Staying safe behind the wheel is imperative.
Find a safe spot, move to an interior room.
Just make sure you're staying safe.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Well, tonight, more fallout this evening from the Epstein case. Britain's Prince Andrew now giving up his royal title, Duke of New York. ABC's Marcus Moore has the latest.
Prince Andrew can no longer be called the Duke of York, the disgraced royal giving up his title after mounting pressure over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew saying in a statement, "In discussion with the king and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded that the continued accusations against me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family." The palace issuing this statement just days before the release of a memoir by Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre. She claimed Epstein trafficked her to have sex with Andrew when she was 17.
He knows exactly what he's done, and I hope he comes clean about it.
In his statement, Andrew saying, "I vigorously deny the accusations against me," and telling the BBC in 2019,
"I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady. None whatsoever."
You don't remember meeting her?
No.
In the book, written before Giuffre's death by suicide earlier this year, she described Andrew as entitled and says he believed that having sex with me was his birthright. The prince paid Giuffre millions to settle her claims in 2022, but didn't admit to any wrongdoing and has kept a low profile since then. But recently released emails brought fresh scrutiny, allegedly showing Andrew's friendship with Epstein lasted longer than he claimed. And sources tell ABC News there are additional emails in the Epstein files that would be embarrassing to Andrew. ABC has not verified the emails.
This has been incredibly damaging to the monarchy. There's a sense, I think, that there could be more information that comes out, and this is going to keep coming back and reflecting on them.
He will still be known as Prince Andrew, a title he was given at birth, but his ex-wife is no longer a duchess, just Sarah Ferguson. And the royals also personally distancing themselves from Prince Andrew, saying he is not invited to Christmas. Marcus Moore, ABC News, London.
Well, skies are partly cloudy across southeast Texas. We've had some scattered showers across the area today, as expected, on our roofing 911 Skycam network down in Port Arthur, sponsored by Market Basket. A beautiful sunset coming up here before long. Your weather headlines will be some scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. Better chances in the lakes area ahead of a cold front. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, lower humidity. It'll be a little bit cooler. Beautiful Sunday and Monday coming up. Another front with a slight chance of rain on Tuesday. Radar showing most of the rains well to our northeast, across northwestern Louisiana, back down to east of Lake Charles. See, still plenty of moisture in place. We do expect a line of showers and storms to form later this evening, northwest of the lakes, moving into the lakes area, and then unfortunately probably weakening before they get into the triangle. Right now we're in the lower 80s and pretty good rains earlier up in Jasper. We've had some scattered showers in around the triangle earlier today, especially across parts of Orange County, over 1/4 inch of rain there, but it's so dried up, didn't help a bit. And continue the dry weather. The drought will continue even with the rain we're expecting, especially up in the lakes area overnight. 81 Lufkin, 91 College Station. That front's up to our northwest. It'll move through around daybreak. Be a little bit breezier tomorrow with lower humidity. See, that front still way off to the northwest, but it'll pick up some speed and be here before daybreak tomorrow morning. Plenty of moisture in place. That's not the problem, that's for sure. But watch the dry air working in behind the front tomorrow. All that brown shading, that is very low relative humidities. Dew points working into the area tomorrow. In the upper atmosphere, of course, we have the disturbance moving through Texas tonight. The best energy, though, will be north of southeast Texas, like it seems to always be. High pressure into Mexico will continue with a kind of a dry northwest flow the next few days. Now, by the end of the week, we'll have more of a zonal flow west to east, another disturbance digging down into Texas. We'll have some moisture back by Friday and Saturday, and we'll have another chance of rain late in the week into next weekend, followed by another front late next weekend. Rainfall totals, well, they have really taken a nosedive since yesterday. Now, still some pretty good totals in the lakes expected later tonight in spots. Not everybody's going to see that. Pretty good rain totals up to 1 inch in a few spots overnight in the lakes, but a lot less than that, unfortunately, in the triangle. A little bit there on Tuesday, maybe 1/10 of an inch, and then better chances by late Friday into next weekend. Futurecast, watching that line of showers develop later tonight, moving through the lakes. Watch how it weakens, though, as it works into the triangle. Tomorrow, lots of sunshine, lower humidity, and temperatures a little bit cooler tomorrow, only in the lower to middle 80s. Marine forecast, small craft advisory offshore, seas up to 3 feet, water temp at 84. At Sam Rayburn forecast, fishing forecast for your Sunday, lots of sun, lower humidity, with highs in the 80s. Very nice forecast coming up for tomorrow and Monday. Then we'll have another weak front coming in Tuesday with a slight chance of rain. Lakes area, you'll have the best chance of rain later tonight at 70%, 60 inland southeast Texas, 50% coverage in the triangle. We may have to lower that for the triangle before 10 o'clock tonight. Lots of sun tomorrow, low humidity with highs in the mid-80s. 7-day forecast, another front's due in Tuesday. We'll have a slight chance of rain there, a better chance toward the end of next week and next weekend. So keeping our fingers crossed, we can still see a little bit more rain coming up later tonight.
Yeah, I came in, I couldn't believe it. It lasted about 15 minutes. Those showers?
Yeah, it's scattered showers. We knew that would happen today. We're just hoping we'll see a little bit better coverage later tonight. But here in the triangle, those chances are unfortunately decreasing.
All right, Carrie, thank you so much. Holton is here with a preview of 409 Sports.
The number 6 team in 5A Division I took care of business last night, but that was not until after they were down by 2 scores at the half. Details coming up in 409 Sports.
We begin with breaking news in Port Neches.
Firefighters continue attacking the flames from the air.
We're working to learn more about a police chase.
We'll give you a live look at the scene tonight. Our crew there.
A chase in Port Neches turned into a standoff.
So we're working to get you more information.
We're going to keep you updated on air and online as we learn more.
Stream extended coverage on 12 News Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, "Don't mess with Texas" means don't litter.
Daybreak keeps you prepared for whatever the day brings. Working overnight to get you the latest breaking news. Stay ahead of the storm with Weather Impact Alert Days. Start with the team you trust on Daybreak. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. and streaming on 12 News Plus.
No cable, no satellite, no antenna, no problem.
Download the only local news streaming app in Southeast Texas, 12 News Plus.
It's easy. Just open your streaming menu and search 12 News Plus. Add it to your channels and start watching for free.
12 News Plus. Start streaming today.
409 Sports. To us, it's about so much more than a highlight, wins or losses.
It's the heart that makes up the game, the triumph of the human spirit.
It's agony and victory, diehards and day ones. It can divide or unify a community.
We give you the stats, but then we inspire you with the stories. The unpredictable, unforgettable, and incomparable.
We bring it to you all because sports lives in the 409.
.409 Sports, brought to you by Golden Triangle Emergency Center, Orange.
Howdy, Southeast Texas. My name is Holton Pepper, and welcome into 409 Sports. Port Arthur Memorial remains as one of the best overall programs in the state of Texas after being down to Westbrook 16-7 at the half. A legendary matchup where the number 6 team in 5A Division I stood tall and answered the bell. If anything, this matchup really highlights 2 things, and one actually goes in favor of the Bruins. That first half for the Bruins was a sign that things are finally clicking for Westbrook. In the words of Chuck Langston that he's been preaching, are starting to hit home, being up at the half. That being said, Brian Morgan's crew, to be able to come out in the second half and outscore Westbrook 34-2 shows there's a ton of fight in this Titans team, which leads you to believe that this squad has a surefire understanding of their identity this year as they stay undefeated in 2025. Cameron Burchett caught up with Coach Morgan post-game to talk about the big win.
Halftime was about calming them down. They were pretty juiced up to start the game, to start the week. You know, you got some kids that they know really, really well, and so there's been a lot of talk back and forth throughout the week and everything. So the first half, we were probably way too up here. And at halftime, it was a lot of talk. The seniors really took over. Jordan Jones did a great job of just bringing everybody together. We just talked about, hey, this is us. It's not how we play football in the first half. But then the second half, you saw we went out and executed and did things we're supposed to do.
Titans now head on to face the Lufkin Panthers on the road in what will be another huge matchup. Now on to the college aspect of things. The Lamar Cardinals are having a lot of fun in 2025. So far, they are winners of 5 straight as they sit at 2-0 in the Southland, and it's homecoming week here at Provost Humphrey Stadium as they host the University of Texas at Rio Grande Valley Vaqueros. Tons of tailgaters, fans, alumni. Times are good for the Cards. This is the first ever matchup between these two programs on the gridiron, and LU got the ball to start things off. Aiden McCown back at it in the shotgun, takes the snap, play action, looking deep, and I just got one question from my man Blake Thomas right there. Hey, where were the defenders? Yeah, I don't know either. 7-0 Lamar Cardinals. Vaqueros on the ensuing drive trying to answer that LU touchdown. Eddie Lee Marburger, the UTSA transfer, gets his own version of play action. But no, sir. Paul Amodia gets in there with the sack to force a Vaqueros punt. McCown again, the smash route for the tight end, Devin Gibbs. McCown puts it in the basket. As the Cards move the chains, LU would get 3 out of this drive, 10-0. As we drew closer to the half, McCown looking over the middle to the man who helped defeat the Lions last week, Kendon Fusilier. LU went up 20-7 at the half. And right now, UTRGV grabbed the lead 21-20, and then Ben Woodard hit a 57-yarder to take the lead with a minute left, and LU got the game-sealing interception, a big-time win for the Lamar Cardinals. And stay with us after the break. Carrie is back with a final check of that weather impact forecast. You've been waiting for it.
409 Sports Blitz is back. Catch all the hard-hitting high school football action from the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown!
Experience the hits, the plays, and the bands of your favorite local teams straight from the sidelines to your screen.
Join me, Brandon Roddy, Holton Pepper, and Nick Canizales, and watch the 409 Sports Blitz Friday nights at 10:20 on 12 News and streaming on 12 News Plus.
Sponsored by MCT Credit Union.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with 12 News and 12 News Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on 12 News Plus.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
As Texans, we have many reasons to be proud of the Lone Star State. Showing our pride by saying, "Don't mess with Texas," means we gotta step up, walk the walk. Do our part to keep Texas clean. Because after all these years, all these miles, all these traditions, for all us Texans, don't mess with Texas means don't litter.
Hello, sports fans. I'm Brandon Roddy. Tune in to 409 Sports on 12 News and follow all of my social media accounts for the latest in sports updates and highlights.
Here we are. All right, guys, Gary's back with the final check of your weather impact forecast. Carrie.
Well, still some rain chances overnight, especially between about 11 p.m. and 1. But, boy, some beautiful weather tomorrow and Monday. Cold front comes in, highs in the low to mid 80s tomorrow, lower humidity, lots of sun. Kind of a chilly start Monday, down to 54. Ooh.